8 minutes is all we have to do for our special edition of the FukuFriday Happy Hour Hangout. Hi guys, it's Dave here from Operation Save the Earth, and this is the FukuFriday Happy Hour Hangout for January 18th, 2019. And it's a special edition of the show. We're doing it live here in downtown Phoenix, one of my favorite places to shoot, and very special guests from Samadhi Sea of Wisdom. It's Michael and Alice. Thank you guys for being here today. What I want to be able to talk to you guys, the Fuku Fighters, about here today is, what it is that the message has been all about this whole time. I've been working with Michael and Allie for many years now about, finding about centeredness and using meditation. And, I know, everyone's like, it's kind of airy-fairy stuff, but I'm here to tell you, right? If you look at the old Fuku Friday shows compared to the new Fuku Friday shows, you'll see the difference, and the difference is because I've been working with these guys, okay? So I want them to explain to you what it is that Samadhi Sea of Wisdom is and what it does, and I believe me, you don't need me to tell you how great they are. You can just, see for yourself. Michael, Allie, go ahead and take it away.
Well, hi everybody. To me, Samadhi means loving yourself and connecting that heart with the mind. That to me is the most important thing, that we are connected and we love ourselves. If we can't love ourselves, we can't love anybody else, and that's where it starts for me anyway.
Exactly. And Michael?
Well, we all look for identity with what other people got to say, think, or believe, but Samadhi's about finding yourself and finding your identity so you can bring your identity alive, your true identity, which is your purpose, your passion, your gift, your talent that you're here to give to the world.
That's very well put, Michael. And I can tell you, folks, from what I've learned from Michael and Alice over the years, it's exponential. I've been practicing meditation for my whole life. These guys helped me take that whole thing to the next level and, be able to be present in the infinite. And that's, I can't even express to you what that's like, So, I mean, if you need somebody to talk to, need something to work out for yourself, and you're not really sure how to get there, call these guys because they can get you there, okay? I can guarantee you that. So what we want to be able to do is tie this back into Fukushima here today and talk about what we've been talking about all year so far. Here in 2019, it's a next chapter year, right? So what we're doing is we're all turning the page together and we're writing this story together. And like we talked about in our session this week, it's all about taking care of each other, right? And, the victims of Fukushima aren't just there in Japan. They're, everywhere in the world, right? So what these guys have been able to teach me is I've been able to teach you guys. So that's really, what it's been all about. So, Michael, can we talk about compassion and the responsibility that it is that, to actually have compassion and taking care of other people?
Sure. The one thing I want to give a great, great big thank you to my partner, to my wife, because she literally living it taught me what compassion is. See, we could read all about it, we can study it, but the thing about it is we're just talking about it. And the thing about with me, what compassion is to me is what compassion am I giving to myself? Because if I don't have compassion with myself, and what is compassion? It's the unity of the passion that exists within you. And when you can merge that within you, you can see the compassion in others. See, we're all looking for compassion out there. When we forget, it's already inside of us. Just touch your heart, and you'll see that your heart is loving you in every moment. But you forget that. We forget that because we are looking outside of ourselves. So, to make it brief, is that I looked up the definition of compassion, and may I share really briefly?
Yes, sure.
And as he's looking that up,
Yes.
You cannot get two more passionate men right here, because we know that Dave is very passionate about what he does for this world. Michael, in his area, is very, very passionate. So when you unite and you can have that, like Michael's going to describe right now, that compassion, wow, it's explosive. So go ahead, Michael.
Sure. Thank you. Well, the most ancient meaning that I can get from compassion, and that's very important, is the Greek sympathia. It's sympathy. It's literally sharing of affliction or suffering with another. But let's go even deeper. Are you sharing your affliction with yourself, or are you judging it? Are you embracing your affliction, that it's here to remind you of something, that it's here to point you back to yourself? Because you're not willing to humble yourself, life is going to humble you. So compassion is, are you willing to humble yourself? Therefore, you can bring more humbleness and compassion and love in your world. Because that's the gift that you came to do. That's what I see in Dave. That's what I see in Alice. And listen to this. The more compassion you can have for yourself, the more you will be a teacher as a beacon of an example of bringing the truth, not by teaching it, but by living it. And that is a more powerful way, because we want to learn online, we want to learn all these things, but we don't apply it. And you're here with a special purpose, a special passion, a unique ability, unique talents, gifts, and capabilities that you're robbing yourself if you don't take the time to see the unity within yourself, because that's what the mind and the heart is here to do. They're not here to compete against each other. They're here to unite inside of you. Therefore, you can bring the true gift of the essence of who you are by bringing your truth. Because Dave has his truth, Ali has her truth, and everybody has their truth. And when we argue about whose truth is true, then we're just dividing and separating. And therefore, we keep repeating what we don't want, instead of allowing everyone to be who they are and allowing their process and respecting their process by focusing on your process. And that is being selfish to truly be selfless, and that is compassion.
Now, Michael, what you said in the definition there, you mentioned sharing.
Sharing.
Right? Now, sharing the suffering of others,
Yes.
that's something that the FukuFriders have been doing this whole time, right, guys? So the lesson that we're trying to spread to you here today is, you got to take care of yourself before you can take care of anybody else, right? That's number one key, all right? So you have to tune into that. And the responsibility of taking on that burden, it's massive, right? If you aren't willing to go inside and have that responsibility for yourself, you're never going to get there for somebody else, right? So that's really the lesson that we want to be able to share to you. And here's the thing, guys. At the end of every show, I always tell you, go check out our website at www.operationsavetheearth.com. Of course, that's where you begin your journey. But today, I'm telling you, go check out what Samadhi is doing. Michael, do you have information like a Facebook or Instagram or anything like that?
Sure.
That people can sign up and check out and see what you guys are up to.
Yes. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you to you, because this work is not easy, guys. It's simple, but it's not easy, and it's well worth it. And Dave, we've seen Dave's transformation from the first day that we met. That we reflected each other, right? And we've learned so much from each other that we've enjoyed our transformation together. And the one thing that, thank you, Dave, again,
You want to
once
show
again.
business card, or you want to tell them how to get a hold of us?
Yes.
Okay, so here's our business card.
Maybe if you hold it up, you can take a still shot of it, hold it still for them. There's so much on there.
Is that clear?
Now if you can get a focus. There you go.
That's the
Yeah.
Okay, so
Check them out on Facebook.
And maybe, Dave, what you could do is at the
include
end,
the links.
go ahead and put
Yes.
the links on there
Yep.
for us. And you can text us, message us, find us on Facebook. We have our videos on there as well.
Exactly. Guys, that's it for this week. And I want to thank Samadhi Sea of Wisdom, not just for showing up today, but for showing up week after week after week for me, because I sure as heck have gotten so much from these guys, all right? So, hey, FukuFriders, do the right thing. Check these guys out, all right? Until next time, this is Dave saying peace and good fortune to everyone. Take care till then.